Let me love. Let me love you. That's what it sounds like. Back when she had the little daisies or whatever they say with them fucking flowers. I guess they could be camel toes. Camel toads, toad daisies. Toady doves. Dove nuggets. Anyway, I noticed that Fatbag has got a ASMR video coming up starring my future wife, Katie Bug, the Wonder Butt Extraordinaire ASMR Toast. And she's doing the whole, put the short out, to get everybody all riled up. And then Katie Bug, when she did that, she wouldn't post it for like 7 to 10 days, It's like, shit. Such a tease. But, anyway, I don't know how Fatbag's going to do it. I don't really, watch. Like I said, they all kind of do the same stuff, and then they turn around and do the same stuff to each other. And they know a bunch of people, there's like different people. There's kind of some regulars. There's like the 4 that I watch. Katie Bug, Fatbag. And, I'm trying to think of a nickname for her. Who was the 4th one? Fatbag, Katie Bug. Fucked up her hair. Who's the 4th one? Oh yeah, the titties. That's why I'm doing this audio. I unloaded, I removed the one and did it so it was close to this and stuff. No one done. God, she's so orgasmic. She always has been. My future wife, Katie Bug. But anyway, this stuff, it was like 2 years ago, right? And she's all, oh, and I like, she's cute, she's pretty, and stuff, and I just, I'm a pathetic boy, so everything she does, it's like, oh, she's breathing, oh, and all that, because I'm just so pathetic. But, so 2 years ago, that's a long time, and she's probably older. I know she had, I don't know if it was short or a day in the life of, I didn't watch it because I don't care, but I watched enough or whatever, that I noticed that she was like, it had her, that's how I know she has kids, right? I don't know how many she has. I don't know if she's married, but she's aged. But her kids were like older, right? So it's not like, and that's 2 years ago now. And I'm thinking, did something happen? I know chicks generally, they hit the wall, as it's called. But some later than others. Some can maintain it. Like my future wife, Katie Bug. She's kind of a fitness. I guess she's a runner. So she'll have bad knees or whatever. So she's just like, I'll have to outdo her in the running department. I used to run 2 to 3 miles, 2 or 3 times a week, just for exercise. Hot on your knees, you got to do the steps and whatnot. You don't want to do the bicycles, those if you're a dude, because it puts pressure on the space between your nuts and your asshole, and it's not good, kind of circulation that mess in there. Fuck. But if you get like a rowing machine or a recumbent bike or whatever, where you recline, it's good for the intensity, and that's how you do things anyway. 2 this, 2 that, 2 at this pace, 2 at that pace, then a jog, then a fast walk, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and that's how you do. And then pretty soon, 10 minutes go by, and you're like, ba, 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 ba. But because you did it smart, you exercised for 10 minutes, but you got about 25 minutes worth of actual cardio. Because you're better than the rest of the world. My future bestie Cool Breeze, he used to say that it's every guy's part-time job. You gotta go to the gym, for like 45 minutes at a time, 2 or 3 times a week. You know, he's a pretty smart guy, but his IQ is, you know, like way higher than mine. It's like in the 140s, and mine's probably like, what's legally retarded? We'll just say if legally retarded is 85, then we'll say mine's 95. But I've got sense, you know. At least I'd like to think I do. Like seriously, I look at that like shit and it's like I have no fucking idea how that works. I know I couldn't even figure that. I couldn't solve that problem with a fucking calculator. You know, like Good Will Hunting or whatever. You know, it's like smart. It's like nope. But you know, I'm smart in other ways. But you know, so that's how that works. Ain't nobody got time for that. Work out for 45 minutes? Fuck, I can get in a 45-minute workout in 20 minutes. It was just like Arnie used to say, you know, back when he was, you know, first came to America, he was kicking ass, taking names, taking acting classes, doing the bodybuilding thing and all that stuff. Tongue don't work. But, um, you know, he's like, you can still sleep 8 hours a night, just do it quicker, you know, and stuff. And yeah, like that, you know, so, yeah. But, anyway, why did I go there? Mention me. Yogging. Oh, yeah. So at least 3 times, maybe more, I've yogged 10 miles. Not sure what pace, but a pretty good pace. So I was keeping up with my cousin, and he's got long ass legs. He's like 6'7" or something like that, and his dad's like 9 foot. And he talks like this. And my cousin, he talks like normal, but when he laughs, I shit you not, he laughs like this. See, when his dad laughs, my cousin's dad, the 9 foot tall dude, he laughs like this. I shit you not. And but when my cousin laughs, he laughs like this. You know, so it's a little bit different. But like I remember, we went and saw a movie one time. It had Bill Murray in it. It was like Aquatica Life or something. It was a weird fucking movie. Arctic Aquatica. Anyway, and I just thought, I wonder what people must think. You know, and I can't. It sounds similar to that, but anyway, whatever. Food comes flying out of his mouth when he eats. He's that guy. He's an interesting character. He is. Yeah. Worked at a ski resort during the summer and wildland firefighter in the winter. Flip those bass backwards. And anyway, I think he's on a hot shot crew. I think he's the boss. He's the crew chief. You know, so you know, Mr. Leader Man. You know, everybody looks up to him and respects him, and you know, looks to him for direction and guidance. And when he eats, food comes flying out of his mouth, and when he laughs, it sounds like this. So he's married, had 1 kid, maybe they got 2. I don't know. Married him a nice waitress. Her name's Flo. Actually, I think her name was something like Amy or something like that. But anyway, haven't seen him in years. I almost did the wildland firefighter thing, went to school for it and all that. Sick of her dog, had the flu. But anyway, such a loser. I've walked away from so many things. Oil rig, pilot, wildland firefighter. Wouldn't want to be a structure firefighter. What else? Wanted to be a commando when I was like 12, 13 years old. You know, started doing the trainings at Waterworld and stuff. Sounds funny, but it actually worked. Ground pooped myself in a 9-foot pool at the rec center. Used to lay in the wave machine. The waves would come intermittent, face the waves, and then they'd blow over my head, and I'd blow out the water and the stuff. So, because underwater, you know, it's different. You know, you get pressure in your neck and in your ears. Your heart's beating faster and all that stuff. Yeah, I was going to do the Navy SEAL thing, get all trained up, do my time, and then become a mercenary, a soldier of fortune. Yeah, I could hold my breath for like 2 minutes, 2.5, I don't know. But if I was swimming, like underwater, then I could only hold my breath for like, I don't know, minute 25. Anyway, and then, so whatever. And then almost joined the Marines. Would have if I had a high school diploma. Didn't want to join the Army. And the Air Force or the Navy, it's like, shit. Yeah, right. You know, I damn sure wouldn't be a pilot. Ain't smart enough. But, maybe I was. Done now, don't matter. Done don't matters now. So, I think that's it. That's all the stuff that I've walked away from. Yeah, and the fucking oil rig shit. They needed a goddamn GED. I was like, shit. And they said the real reason that because I was going to do it. They were like, by the time we're all said and done, we'll have like $50,000 invested in you. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Why? Here's this big thing. You take the cotter print out. You take the fucking sledgehammer, and you there's safety issues. Things under pressure always. Shake hands with danger. And all that. Keep that in the back of your mind, right? Well, it should be front and center. Safety first, always and forever. Whatever. And it's easy, to forget. You get all reach your hand down, bring something out. No. But anyway, lockout procedures, and just think in those terms for everything. You know what I mean? But God, I'm just digressing all over the damn place. So, she's aged a lot in the last 2 years. Like, she looks old and shit. And I thought, did something happen? Did she like go through a divorce? Is this just natural? Did she hit the wall? She's kind of an older broad, anyway, when she had her kitties, or, is that why, she went through, she's got like her spa now? She fucked over her ex-husband, for half of everything he built. The thing is, though, that spa will probably succeed. Like, even if it's not, like, legitimate, like, the cucumbers are at their prime when they're at this stage, or whatever. But, like, she won't be doing face peels on, like, legitimate shit. Or maybe she will, but, yeah, people just go there for the relaxings. So, that's pretty much it. Yes. So orgasmic. My future wife, Katie Bug. So, I'm gonna say it's faked. She's doing it for the, or maybe not. But anyway, now I gotta switch gears. Spa. What's her name? Speaking of aging like a potato, I had no idea her nose was like that. She looks like she's got a nose like one of them plastic fake ones that somebody stepped on. So, I think I mentioned this. The Gweed is in for a surprise. Now she won the lottery as far as that dude goes. Here I go. I'll try and make this quick. So she will never, ever, 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 ever leave him. Okay, she is on cloud 9 every day. She probably looks at herself in the mirror in the morning, like silently, like, just whatever. I wonder what's in store for today or whatever. Or just whatever. It could be wash, rinse, repeat. But and the Gweed figured, well, here's a nice girl. She's fairly calm. You know, she knows what she wants. You know, she's not shy. You know, she's like, "Hi, how you doing?" You know, and he's like, "Cool, I'm doing pretty good. You know, how you doing?" And so I kicked it off. Like I said, he's got them fucking aviator shades. Fairly fit dude. You know, fairly normal looking. Which means, you know, like I said, Greek god as far as Mr. Potato Head standards are concerned. But you know, he figures cool, you know, because she really, really, you know, her dating and mating strategy, you know, is so she's probably learning to cook and stuff and clean, and she just wants to be, you know, the perfect girlfriend, wife, and mother. So you know, she's just all about it. So the Gweed is like, oh yeah, she's the one. I love this woman, you know, and vice versa. And you know, he comes home from the dealership, you know, and she's got dinner made, you know, and all that good stuff. He walks into the smells of like a home cooked meal, like not TV dinner, but like she bought the ingredients. And cooked that shit. But anyway, um, so he's in it to win it. He's in for the long haul. You know, he's planning, he's thinking, as is she. You know, family vacations to Disneyland and stuff like that. Um, and he's thinking about, you know, what do I need to do to like, you know, secure my, you know, monetarily and stuff. You know, because like I said, there's no limit to the amount of, you know, commission that he can make as a used car salesman. But you know, it's not like very, you know, whatever. You know. He's like starting to realize, you know, he's getting older. He's like, I can't just tell people, yeah, I make as much money as I want. I work when I want, how I want, you know, whatever. You know, he's kind of starting to realize, well, I don't know. And like I said, for all I know, I don't know what he does. I just, you know, whatever. But I know what his wife does, or at least did. But is she still working? Huh. Well, if they're not, you know, no kids on the scene yet, she's the type of girl, because I know what type of girl she is, because I know what kind of girl or guy everybody is. She's like, no, I'll keep working. And then once I get pregnant, you know, I'll keep working until I get the belly on me, until it's like hard to move around and shit. And you know, all that. And then I'll quit working, and then I'll have the baby, and boom, boom. And then that's how that starts. And then she's just a stay-at-home mom from there on henceforth. Which is why the Gweed is probably thinking, it's one thing to be, you know, used car salesman of the month, you know, month after month, but I don't know, maybe I should own my own car dealership. Is there money in that? You know, and he's the Gweed, right? So he's, you know, he's like, he's going to be looking shit up and whatnot. Just like he did with that vacation. You know, he stumbled across that. He didn't think of that himself. I did. I thought of it myself like fucking 7 fucking years ago. And then that schmuck, you know, thinks he's unique and shit. Just saying, you know what I mean? I said that about Bunny Humper. I'm like, yeah, we're going to have to take a, you know, someplace where the motel is like a treehouse. That dumbass. He couldn't have thought that in a million years. He stumbled across it or it was suggested to him. Just saying. You know, I mean, he's the Gweed. He's an amazing guy, you know, but, you know, he's like perfection, you know, in human form. But, nah, he didn't think of that. But, you know, maybe he wants to own a couple businesses, you know, something that's, you know, I talk shit about car washes and shit, you know, but people like their cars. You know, they lease the motherfucking things. You know, they could be in debt. They couldn't afford shit. You know, they live off of ramen noodles, but they're going to lease a decent car. You know, and I know this. My feature bestie, Cool Breeze, had said this because he worked in banking, but this is a thing that I've noticed. I don't know if I've ever said this or not, but I'm not lying. choose to believe me or not, you know, when I would drive through neighborhoods, I would always look at the cars, just out of curiosity. When I would drive past trailer parks, I would look at the cars. Through neighborhoods, I'd look at the cars. Businesses, you know, like, okay, here's a such and such business, you know, that's I look at the cars, just out of curiosity. And most of them are pretty nice. So a good, dependable ride is important to people, not only because you need to go to and fro, but, you know, it's kind of like, you know, yeah, you know, keeping up with the Joneses, you know, a nice, modest, you know, four-door hatchback, you know, for the missus, and, you know, an F-350 fucking pick-em-up truck, which these days, what do they go for? Like $75,000? You know, but that's how that works, you know. Maybe get a lift kit, get some big old tires on it, you know, so when it drives down the road, it goes, which I myself have one of those trucks, but it's a 79. It's got character, you know, so it's a damn good looking truck. It is. It sounds nice, you know, and all that. Gotta get the battery for it. And the Isuzu. But anyway, and my future Army truck, I'm gonna get it. The dude, you know, I believe him. You know, deuce and a half. Wanted the other one didn't work out. I didn't trust that guy. I didn't want to buy that shit because then I'd be like, shit. You know, if it was burning, you know, antifreeze or whatever. For all I know, but I didn't really want that. You know, I wanted a true Pauler. The deuce and a half is a true Pauler. You know, so that's how I'll get it. And then the wreck Jeep, just whatever. The El Camino, future El Camino, the future Rat Rod, diesel. Yeah, so, oh yeah, 2 motorcycles, one with a standard clutch, one with a suicide clutch. I got plans, yo. But, anyway, so focus, greed, blah, blah. So yeah, car washes, there's probably decent money in that, truth be known. But, so, Mrs. Butthead, if you're a secret fan, yay, nay, nay, hey, yay, bang, may, bay, bay, bay. There you go. You know, run that past him. Don't tell him how you heard about it, but or maybe the two of you listen to me together and laugh. I don't know. Oh. But boo. But in 5 to 7 years, dude, dude. 5 to 7 years from now, and this is going to be like a frog in the kettle sort of thing. So you're going to be like sitting in the living room, and the little kitties are going to be running around and, you know, playing and shit. And, you know, you'll look over at your wife, and you will realize in the last 5 to 7 years, she is aged 15 fucking years. Her nose is going to be even weirder. And her, you know, face is going to be even more potato-ish. You know, her ears are probably going to start to sag, so they'll stick out even farther. Whoa, have you ever seen Mr. Potato Head? The nose and the ears? Well, there you go. So you probably never saw her like that. You probably just thought, oh, here's a homely chick. She's talking to me. Well, hello. You know, and then the rest is history. And you kind of fell for her. She's like, you know, you're like, yeah, I like her attitude, you know. You know, like I said, you know, she's older, been around the block, knows what she wants, out of life. You fucking stallion, you. But, so you're all about it. You're 2 chickens, head over heel in love. 5 to 7 years from now? Shit. But you'll still be alright. But you'll probably stick with her for the kids. And you'll fall for her. So it's like, yeah, she's not what she once was. But I still love her. You know, and all that shit. So, and you'll really double down, and you'll try and, like you'll really. At first, you'll do the like the buying of the car washes and stuff because you're like, okay, I got to secure a future, I got to hedge my bets, whatever. What happens if this industry falls through? Like I said, cars, people got to drive. You're already kind of in it. You're just gonna switch. So, you don't sell cars, you keep cars clean. Dude, you should have thought of that earlier. Maybe you have. Maybe you're not in the car dealership business. Maybe you own 10 fucking car washes. I don't know. You started out with just one, then two, then three, then four. And you branch out, because you're a dude, bro. You're like, yeah. You're winning, right? And the more you win, the more you want to win, and the more motivated you are to win. So you're like, I'll branch out. I got 5, this. Maybe you'll do the self-storage thing. Maybe you want to deal with tenants. Maybe you don't. Who knows, man? I mean, you're the greed. You leave everybody in awe and wonder. So, because you're fucking awesome. But, anyway, so, and then you'll slow down so you can be at home more, right? That's like, if you can do that as a dude, as Papa Bear, that's good. Now you can still pull it off on the evenings and the weekends, that's all. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, if you could, take some days off during the week. This turned into some shit here, 26 minutes. But, you're welcome, by the way. Don't focus. But, that might kind of, once you realize, shit, and with an ass like that, she's got that big ass and those weird thighs. I mean, she's gonna, I don't know, man. It's, it happens. But, so you'll probably start doubling down on work, and things will kind of fall apart. And, if you were to divorce her, after the 7 to 10 year itch, that would be devastating to her, obviously, like devastating. But I don't think you'd do that. And I think it would be genuine. It's going to be genuine. You love her unconditionally. Till death do you part. But when the kids leave, and you got that empty nest stuff going on, well, that's when things are. She's in for kind of a rough road. She's on cloud 9 right now, but man, like I said, 7 to 10 years from now, she'll probably still be, kind of, riding on that. But, yeah, it's going to be rough. And that's just how it is. And maybe she'll have to take up a hobby, so she'll start, knitting or sewing or gardening or something, take her mind off things. And she might start doing that anyway, I mean, whatever. But, anyway, there's a whole bunch of different possibilities and how things could play out. And I'm at 28 minutes, and I've been talking about you two chickens' relationship for like the last 10 minutes, 18 minutes. So, like I said, apparently I'm obsessed with her, and apparently I'm obsessed with you too. But who wouldn't be, really? I'm not gay, curious, or bi, So I don't see you in that way, But I just, I don't see you. I don't give two shits and fuck about you. No offense, but I'm just being funny. But just sort of stating the obvious, whatever that is. But, yeah, and then Kleber, that's a completely different dynamic. Her, dating and mating strategy might be kind of the same, but, things are different. She didn't win the lottery, or maybe she did. Because like I said, the old dude, motorcycle, he's been around the block, he's got all that silly boy shit out of his system, and then they went up to motorcycle time during motorcycleville or whatever. Just flip that switch. That shit. But, and that happened, and then the rapper from the Midwest, where all great rappers, hail from. And, who knows? you know. So anyway, I bet you didn't know that shit. You're probably thinking bullshit, man. Okay. Same thing, her too, right? No, I don't think so. All right, but and if Kleber is still, single and looking to mingle, I think we're two different people. But who knows? It might work. If it doesn't work, I won't waste too much of her time. We'll figure that out about each other very quickly. So if you two idiots, you two, wonderful people with your whole life ahead of you, head over heels in love with each other, are listening in. If she's not, maybe you could, hey, there's this guy, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you should, yeah. And, like I said, sexually attracted to her, she makes me fucking horny. You've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. You don't have to admit it, I know. But you and I know. Don't even act. Miss Potato Head may have walked up to you and plopped her ass next to you at the bar or whatever and said hi, but Kleber, damn. In fact, he was probably, maybe she was, anyway. And Katybug, my future wife. Just don't worry about Kleber. That's old news. So, and you're prettier than her. You're neck and neck, but damn it, she just looks different. She's just different. And she does have bright eyes. So do you, but hers are like more literal in a physical sense. Her eyes are actually gray. I thought they were blue, but like she's got the female version. Her eyes are the female version of Jeremy Meeks. So look them up.